What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Hardfloor. And this time we're going to listen to some of their Acid House output, which I've mentioned before. A lot of their stuff, Acid House, a lot of their stuff, Acid Techno. Some of their stuff maybe in the Venn diagram between those two genres. But yeah, bottom line, as I explained about a year ago, and indeed, I reacted to Hardfloor's WRN is it BRD or DRB? It's Bird on a Wire, that's right, but it's like backward. Either way, I reacted to that just about a year ago, like maybe a year and a week ago, and that was in the first batch of reaction videos I ever did. And Oliver from Hardfloor commented in a positive way, and he was giving me some information about other releases they've done under a different name, which has a bit more of that down-tempo, electronica sort of vibe. And yeah, it was a really cool thing to hear from Oliver of Hardfloor, and it was an encouraging thing to, hey, you know, this is something, you know, if Oliver from Hardfloor is commenting on one of the first videos I did, this is obviously something that could be interesting to keep doing. And indeed, over the last year, I've met a number of producers and label bosses, not only, you know, producing in modern times, but, you know, I've had a few people who've run older labels that I've been reacting to get in touch with me through Discogs and so, hey, you know, it's cool to see you doing this. It makes me feel good about all the stuff we did back in the day. So it's been a really rewarding thing, and one of the first moments in that was Oliver commenting. So if you end up seeing this, big shout out to you. My channel is, you know, I do a lot more stuff than just techno and trance on the channel these days, but I stay true to my acid roots, if you will. So yeah, we're here to listen to their release from 2010, amusingly called Two Guys, Three Boxes. Perhaps making reference to some online things. Either way, the artwork on all of their releases is amazing, and this one is no exception. Just really like take that in, and you know, all the analog hardware piled over here. And as I've explained before, though, if anyone is new here and does not know Hardfloor's legacy, Hardfloor, it's Ramon and Oliver. They've been making acid techno and acid music more generally since the early 90s. I think 93 is their first album, which, you know, I've reacted to, I think, a couple tracks from it. Certainly Lost in the Silver Box. That was one of the first ones I did as well. And yeah, that's TB Resuscitation. And yeah, right up into the present. I don't have their most recent album on vinyl. I'm working on that. But this one is from 2010. It's on their own label, the Hardfloor label. And it is Hardfloor, I think, LP3. Is that right? Yes, Hardfloor LP3. And again, this is some Acid House we're going to listen to. I love a number of tunes on here. TB or not TB. You know, any Hamlet reference, I'm all on board for that. And, you know, an acid Hamlet reference, come on. But yeah, bottom line, we're going to listen to a tune on the other record. We're going to listen to the title track, Two Guys, Three Boxes. Again, perhaps making reference, more cheeky, like side reference to some internet things. Nevertheless, it is a track which I think demonstrates their use of acid. I mentioned this in a couple of different videos, but they're famous for not only using a number of 303s, like multiple 303s in their tracks, but they, you know how to manipulate, adjust the circuitry, and so on. So they have a number of bespoke, personalized 303s that have been adjusted, the circuitry, and so on, to alter the range of sounds they're capable of making. So you not only hear acid in Hardfloor tracks, but you hear this unique, crazy, multi-layered, dense acid thicket of sounds. So yeah, I think this is another good example where there's just multiple layers of acid at work at the same time. So let's get it. This is Two Guys, Three Boxes from the album of the same name by Hardfloor, 2010. You little bastard. Okay. Now this is Two Guys, Three Boxes. Always gotta wait for the kick to come in. See, like, if I'm redlining or not. tribal percussion rhythms. Remembering there's this really ethereal atmosphere to the breakdown and build-ups in this one. Sort of echoed acid. Acid music long enough, and it's like a dialect, it's a language. Even if you don't make it, like you can learn to speak it. Before, I'm more of an acid techno and an acid trance guy than an acid house guy. But when acid house, when it's got that acid something, which a lot of their tracks, Hardfloor, do, I'm down. So I don't listen to it as much, but the right acid house, I'm there for it. But I love a track where it's like the bass line is acid, the melodic lead is acid, the little tidbits and flourishes are acid. And again, for anyone who follows my channel for synth pop or other reasons and doesn't get what the box is, the Roland TB303 is sometimes referred to as the silver box. So 2 guys, 3 boxes. Still waiting for the other shoe to drop. I love that slippery one in the foreground. I mean, come on. It's just acid utopia. Chirpy, grizzly, bubbly utopia. like, imagine this multicolored fractal landscape and you're just floating around this acid utopia. I was gonna react to TB or not to be first. I'm glad I did this one first. I'm glad I did the title track first. I forgot I did this one in. But I will come back for the most famous of literary lines rendered in acid form. It's like you can look in or listen in any direction. It's like, oh, there's an interesting acid bit there. Oh, but an interesting acid bit just went by there. Tribal rhythm standing out again. Pressure release valve. Brilliant. It's brilliant. Once again, shout out to Oliver and Ramon. Again, there's no way, like, if you've spent a long time listening to acid music, you're not familiar with their works, even if, you know, you don't have the vinyl. And yeah, like I said, I had their album from 93, I don't know, probably early 2000s. Again, I got turntables 98. A lot of what I first got was like progressive trance and hard trance. Increasingly, I was trying to find acid techno and acid trance. Took me a little while to start finding it. But yeah, early 2000s is when I really started, you know, figuring out some of the releases I had heard but didn't know the name of and so on. So I probably got that release early 2000s. But then it was just that and a remix vinyl of Asperience. And then, yeah, that's the only Hardfloor I had until the early 2010s. And then I kind of, like, you know, I got to figure out what they've been up to, whatever. And it's like, oh, they had come out with multiple albums since then. So, yeah, I have a few of their albums on vinyl. And again, the Art of Acid, the one with WRNDRB, that one I'm a huge fan of. And again, I know I've reacted to that track, but there's still a lot of that release I haven't reacted to. So I'm going to try to get back on a little more frequent Hardfloor reaction regimen. At the very least, I'll come back for TB or not TB soon. Do let me know what you think of this. Once again, shout out to Oliver. As I mentioned, it's been almost exactly a year since I started doing reaction videos, and that was one of the very first batch that I did. It was like the first day. And I really appreciated that feedback. So yeah, big ups to you. Do let me know what you think. I will see you next time. Peace.